Greetings, fellow insomniacs. It's your friend and fright, Chunky Larry. What happens when you get lost in the 100-acre woods? Fucking bloodbaths. Okay, so I was hoping that it was some sort of Photoshop fever dream, but it turns out that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, is a real fucking thing and it's coming. Turns out Winnie the Pooh took Christopher Robin's incarceration very seriously. So far, no plot has been released on this, but there are just images of Piglet who has tusks and Winnie the Pooh and Get Out written in blood on windows. It's just fucking weird. This is what happens when titles become public domain. They're open to any kind of interpretation, and I'm fucking here for it. Well, it finally happened. I watched Winnie the Pooh's Blood and Honey, and understandably I have feelings, and you're gonna get to hear all of those feelings in this episode of Creature Features. So, what happens when a beloved childhood friend wanders off into the land of public domain? We get Winnie the Pooh's Blood and Honey. Now, Winnie the Pooh's Blood and Honey is a 2023 film that capitalizes on the fact that Winnie the Pooh made it into public domain last year, and as you've seen, almost immediately it was announced that they were going to be doing this slasher film using the characters from the beloved children's book and cartoons as murderers. And obviously I was interested. I'm gonna be curious about something like that because it's fucking Winnie the Pooh killing people. Like, what the fuck? Of course I want to see that shit. And I mean, they don't really bury the lead. Winnie the Pooh's Blood and Honey is the story of Christopher Robin. He befriends these animals in the 100-acre woods. They develop a friendship that lasts for years and years until Christopher Robin reaches maturity and decides that he needs to become a man, venture off into the world, leaving the animals behind to fend for themselves. And they become beasts. They revert back to their bestial qualities. And even though they're, anthropomorphic, bears and pigs, they have this kind of animalistic quality to them, and they decide that they hate all humans, specifically Christopher Robin. And when Christopher Robin returns to the 100-acre woods looking for his friends, he finds that his friends are just a little different. Now, this is going to get into spoiler territory, so if you have not watched Winnie the Pooh's Blood and Honey and you're watching a review, first of all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Secondly, I'm about to spoil it, so this would be the point where you would turn off the video. Thank you for the view, but come back after you've seen the film. They gone? Good, okay. So, Winnie the Pooh ends up keeping Christopher Robin hostage. He kills his wife, Piglet kills his wife, and Winnie the Pooh keeps Christopher Robin shirtless, tied up in his room where he whips him. And I'm not making any of this shit up. He in between torturing Christopher Robin, fantasizes or dreams about simpler times when he and Chris would frolic in the forest, and Christopher Robin is constantly trying to reach Pooh and reach the bear that he once knew. The bear that he once knew. Also going on in the woods, a group of girls are going to a cabin at the behest of one of the girls' therapists, because the girl encountered a stalker who broke into her house, and it's like their whole backstory to get them into the woods is murky at best. They don't really spend too much time on it. They feel like, we've got you here for Winnie the Pooh and Piglet killing people. Do you really need a story? And I'm gonna just say I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't need a lot of character development for the girls that were just, fodder to be killed for Winnie the Pooh, his insatiable bloodlust or honey lust. And when they get there, it's enjoyable. It's a violent series of violence that doesn't necessarily make sense. A lot of the decisions that the girls make when put into this position don't make a shit ton of sense, but it all kind of caters towards your desire to want Winnie the Pooh be like a Michael Myers or a Jason Voorhees or a Leatherface. I liken him more to Jason Voorhees than the other two. For what they're trying to accomplish, this fucking thing works. It's Winnie the Pooh killing people. And all of the other stuff is just kind of like, okay, we're just gonna get this out of the way. We're just gonna get here so we can get here. And I'm grading this one on a sliding scale because I don't feel like it's necessarily bad. It's a little dark, like not just like in tone, but visually it's dark, and in certain places it's kind of hard to see. I feel like the lighting guy really hung to that, I want natural lighting from the situation, and if there's no light source, I'm not gonna fucking light it, and it adds to the mystery and all of that shit. But you're just like, huh? I think I saw some blood, and that's a bit of a problem. But on my review of Christmas Bloody Christmas, my complaint was that there was too much light and it was too obvious of light, and this is the antithesis of that. It's practically no light, and I'd like a nice middle ground. Just both of these sides. We could just meet somewhere like here. All in all, this is a fucking solid movie. It's a dumb movie, you don't go into a movie about Winnie the Pooh being a killer thinking that you're gonna see something fucking phenomenal. But if you want to watch Winnie the Pooh kill people, and you want to see honey just like drizzling off of his fucking face and blood splattering all over his bright yellow fur, then this is the movie for you. This is easily one of the dumbest, funnest times I've had watching a movie in a while, and it's in the vein of the Terrifier films, except I feel like the Terrifier films have a little bit more substance, but it's quenching a desire, and I can't sit here and wax philosophical about Piglet and Pooh going on a fucking killing spree. I just can't. But rating this, giving this a Reaper, I'm going to come in with 3.5 out of 5 Reapers for this. I had a fun time watching it, but it leaves a lot to be desired. And that's gonna do it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm going to be doing next on this show, Pieces. That was a YouTube request, so I am going to be getting to that next. But until then, for Pooh, for Piglet, for Christopher Robin, for poor Eeyore, and for myself, again, my name is Chunky, and for the dogs, this has been another episode of the Creature Features podcast. Listen with someone you trust. Yeah, no, fucking bear. It's ridiculous. But, I'm going to also cover Cocaine Bear, so...